Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I have cinnamon in my coffee. And if you hear a funny sound coming from outside, one of the painters is spraying water into the bucket to clean the paint bucket out. And so if you haven't heard that sound on this channel before, now you have. It's not too loud, so I doubt you're hearing it, but if you hear anything else, that's what's going on. We're wrapping it up around here on the painting front today. I got this first thing from, I think, a new, someone I did not follow, and I just started following, and he immediately turned around and sent me some information, Morpheus XXX, the blue pill, and the red pill. And this is what I got. This is from Ian Northing. Now, I have not covered Ian Northing as much as I should have over the last few days, because I have seen this guy's very active, and he's very good, a very good follow. And it's at IANBINS on Twitter, and really an active XRP community member. And so definitely give him a follow. But this is one of the many things that he has put out the last few days that that I needed to show you. Now this is crazy. Wow. Send money with MoneyGram send bot on Facebook. And I had not seen this, but I wanted to show it to you now. MoneyGram, this is their website. Send money through MoneyGram send bot on Facebook. Find MoneyGram send bot on Facebook, search for MoneyGram send bot on Facebook or Facebook Messenger app. Select correct options, log in, complete your transaction. So you can already send money through MoneyGram on Facebook, and you know what that means, don't you? Remember, Facebook invested in MoneyGram, and now they are, quote, deploying XRP. But don't take my word for it. Take Corey Johnson's word for it. Finally had a chance to read the MoneyGram Q2 conference call transcript, and was truly surprised how openly committed management is to Ripple and XRP. I expected COI. What I got was a sense that they understand how blockchain will, not might, change their business, and soon. And he's tweeting out their Q2 conference. Okay, and then there was this. This was from the other day. Now this is from August 27th. I may have covered this the other day. I don't remember. Ripple announced their venture with MoneyGram on 6/18, the day before the stock was 145. Today, it is at $3.93 and fighting to get to the $4 level. If Ripple makes MoneyGram and Wall Street likes MoneyGram, does Wall Street like XRP? I like the logical flow there. Well, as of today, Mr. B actually sent me a message, and I think he said that MoneyGram was over $4 now. So that is big, folks. That is real big. Okay, and next. This is from XRPL.no, XRP Norway. All right. Closing in on 1.8 million XRP account activations, and the number is steadily increasing, approximately 800 per day. And that is despite the heavy FUD going on lately. One step at a time, adoption is coming. And he says, thanks to Galgatron for the awesome charts. For those of you that don't follow Galgatron, that's a definite. He posts all kinds of interesting information. He's a very sharp guy. A lot of these guys like Galgatron, they cover things that the rest of us just struggle to understand and to keep up with. And so I always appreciate some of these really smart people out there. He's got this. This is XRP successful account activations. And so kind of shows an illustration of that. All right, and then from my throat, for some reason I woke up this morning, my throat was bothering me. My wife said that her throat felt a little sore a couple of days ago. I'm wondering if the sore throat thing, here we go, all these little crumb crunchers going off to school, and now my 7-year-old is going to come home and bring us all kinds of stuff. I'm just really excited about this time of year from that perspective. But It is football season, so you have to take the good with the bad. King Solomon at XRP_Al says, not sure if anyone posted this. Why would the NASDAQ patent a DLT system that facilitates cryptocurrency transactions? Anyone? Since this is all a scam and all it is, and all a scam and all, and isn't going to last, satire. So he's showing you a patent from NASDAQ, and this is systems and methods of secure provenance for distributed transaction databases. So, see where this is going, folks? We've been here for years now, and we've been literally treated like criminals just for owning this stuff or being a part of it. And meanwhile, all these guys behind the scenes have been planning and plotting their entrance into digital assets. And that's the truth of it. Next, I want to show you this. All of you need to go watch this video. This is from a channel on YouTube called Real Vision Finance. And I don't think I've ever shown this before. The coming retirement crisis explained and explored with Raoul Pal. I'm not sure who that is, but this is a very thorough 48-minute thing. I've touched on this type of thing a lot over the course of the last year and a half. And that is, I've always believed that anybody who has pensions or 401ks, you're at the mercy of these companies and or governments, and they can basically just take away what you think you've worked for all your life, and poof, gone. And that's part of the reason that I am so adamant about digital assets, is because I've always thought that it was the answer to a lot of the people that are going to be screwed. A lot of their potential retirees and wannabe retirees are going to be screwed right at the last minute when all this Ponzi scheme that these governments have created collapses. And I believe that it's been designed to collapse into digital assets. And I believe there's going to be a lot of people who didn't see it coming, and those are going to be the people who get destroyed. And the rest of us, and I really do think a lot of people in digital assets, those of us that are here and that are believers, I believe that it's going to be kind of lonely for us as we go into this, because I believe so many people are going to be left behind. And I think new classes will be created and other classes will be destroyed as a result of all of this. Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11. This is fascinating right here, folks. One thing that is very obvious right now, I believe the Bitcoin maximalists are starting to wake up to what has been going on with Ripple and XRP all along, and just how massive it is. And I believe that many of them, I'll give you one example. The guy's a likable guy. One of the Bitcoin guys, he's more of a Litecoin guy. But Bitcoin Ben he's the guy that says he's the most lovable truck driver or whatever. But the guy's actually a very smart guy. But he's Litecoin Bitcoin. And for the last 6 months, he's been kind of like a guy who crosses over, and he's nice to the XRP community. But I've noticed over the last 2 or 3 weeks, he has started to bash Ripple and XRP more and more. And I believe it's because he and his Bitcoin friends, and he's got a lot of them, I believe they're all finally realizing just how right we've been, and not necessarily how wrong they've been, but how wrong they've been about what XRP is and what Ripple really, or what they're really doing. I think these guys are waking up to it now, and I think that their worst nightmares are coming true, and they're starting to realize it. And that's why they're all coming at XRP and Ripple with guns blazing. If I were them, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Look at this from Stuart XRP, who is a huge definite follower, at Stuart_XRP. Chairman Jay Clayton, remember this is the SEC chairman. Chairman Jay Clayton, public calendar August 1st, 2018 to August 31st, 2018. Old, however interesting. Ripple engaging with people with powerful connections. This is from the SEC's website. 11 o'clock a.m. on Monday, August 20th, 2018. Meeting with Ripple, including Brad Garlinghouse, CEO David Schwartz, who created XRP, Chief Technology Officer, and John Roscoe, Special Assistant to the President, White House Office of Presidential Personnel. You tell me, folks, why is the CEO of Ripple and the guy who created XRP meeting with the SEC chairman? And then, United States Department of the Treasury, year of calendar unclear. This is from the Treasury's website, 10:15 to 10:45 a.m., meeting with Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO. Wonder why that happened. Folks, we've said it for over a year now. Ripple is so much bigger than anyone realizes, and this is why you're starting. These type of things, these guys, I believe these Bitcoin guys are finally starting to realize what they've been in denial about for all of these years. I think they finally realized that the guys that went to the regulators were the smartest guys in the room, and these guys are finally, for some unknown reason, starting to figure it out. Michelle Vandenberg at MVDB01. This guy keeps, again, I'm not saying I agree with this guy, but I am saying I'm intrigued because he's come out of nowhere and he's tweeting all sorts of things, and he's tweeting something that I covered from Love for Crypto. Love for Crypto is saying this way back when. They are setting the scene for the handover of 50 billion XRP to the IMF, making it seem as if there's too much FUD and confusion if they, Ripple, continue holding the XRP in escrow. So there's a need for third-party custody. Enjoy the show. Here's what I believe here, folks. I believe it could be this. I believe it could be more like the pre-allocation theory, where the XRP is all earmarked for different central banks around the world. But I do believe that Ripple getting that escrow into the hands of other people, whether it's earmarked or being handed over to the IMF, or if they're planning to make a transfer to the IMF and central banks of the world, I believe this is part of the plan of the SEC giving it a non-security label. And it's part of the plan of the ultimate utility that Ripple will employ. Okay, next, from this is a tweet that I saw this is from Michelle Vandenberg as well. Win Moon is this guy's name. This was just taken down. Check out the video while it lasts. This is a tweet, and what this is a tweet from from R3. Look right here, you'll see R3 Corda in the background, and this tweet was apparently put up, and it says whole symposium where he advocates for exploring a central bank version of Facebook's Libra. R3's Antonio Lewis discusses Mark Carney's, the Governor of Bank of England, recent speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium, where he advocates for exploring a central bank version of Facebook's Libra. Now, this guy still has the link. He's at Victor PIRES 85. He's still got the link here that leads you to a Venmo video. And this is R3 Anthony Lewis. I said Anthony Lewis, Director Digital Assets R3. You can see the Corda in the background there. And guess who's working with R3? Ripple. And XRP is the only digital asset on their platform right now. There are going to be more. But this guy's obviously pro what Mark Carney is saying. You should go watch it before they take it down. X-Men XRP at XRP33 sent me this. This is China's government crypto ready's huge November launch to steal Libra's thunder. You got to hear this, folks. China's state-backed crypto nearly five times faster than Visa. The report, which is based on sources who have previously worked with Chinese banks or the Chinese government, further states that the technology behind China's upcoming state-backed crypto has been ready since 2018. The launch could be scheduled for November 11th, the Chinese equivalent to Black Friday shopping holiday. Per Forbes, DCEP will have the capacity to handle 300,000 transactions per second. For context, this is even faster than Visa's global processing network, which handles over 65,000 transaction messages a day. Wow. That is kind of interesting, folks. Okay. And now, saw this from Hoder At Twins, I've never seen this, but this is at Twins _NAOKI, has written 600 daily blogs about Ripple and XRP. Wow, how about a hand for this consistent Japanese member of the XRP community? Thanks for mentioning the number of blogs. And this is Crypto Eddie, who is our YouTuber over in Japan, and she's a definite follow and subscribe. That's quite an accomplishment. I've never heard of this blogger because he's blogging in Japanese, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't check him out. I think that you can translate the blogs with Google Translate, so go check him out. And finally, Crypto Utility Guy. Remember, we were talking the other day about how Craig Wright had more or less lost his lawsuit, and that now he's supposed to turn over 500 because he claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, or one of 2 or 3 guys that represent Satoshi Nakamoto. He's supposed to turn over 500,000 Bitcoin. Now, I wanted to mention, and this is a joke right here, message from fake Satoshi. If I owe you 1,000 Bitcoin, that's my problem. If I owe you 500,000 Bitcoin, that's your problem. And he's flicking off the camera. Now, I was listening to some Bitcoin guys on YouTube the other day, and I just wanted to let you know, these Bitcoin guys that are Bitcoin maxis, they don't believe that he has the 500,000 Bitcoin, and I tend to believe he does not either. And so they were laughing about how even if he did send something like that and it hit the market, that it might tank the market temporarily, but it wouldn't matter in the scheme of things. It would be better for things. But they were all just like, whatever. This guy doesn't have 500,000 Bitcoin. They're calling him a fraud. I'm not. They called him a fraud. I don't call people stuff like that because that's not good karma. And also, I got this from the Crypto Utility Guy too, from this guy at ESZTECA. This is just an average guy on the street. He walks up to an ATM, and all the ATMs in his neighborhood have been removed. And he's like, yeah, and look at that bank down. All the ING banks are closing. And he's looking around, and he's like, and we've got negative interest rate. He said, I see a financial crisis happening. And he starts talking about digital assets. He says, wow, wanted to take money from the ATM in my hood, and guess what? Is all this indicating a global economic collapse? If so, I'd say get ready for the reset and get into crypto ASAP. And don't miss the XRP boat. Exactly. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And tell your friends and family to, yes, he's right. Go get on the XRP boat before it's too late. Thank you for listening.